Hey guys, it's Zumpr here, back with my second review on the channel, Pokemon Snap. I just want to let you guys know that the Google form down in the link description, or there should be a card right there, this is going to be the last chance you're going to get to vote on the next game I play. So if you want to do that, you might want to go check that out right now. Also, the review grading update video, I put that up after the Pokémon 64 review. And if you've never seen a review before, just check out how I review things. Because I do it a little bit unorthodoxly, if that's a word. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the review. Bye. Pokemon Snap, the on-rail photo shooter as I like to call it, was developed by HAL Laboratory and published by Nintendo, and it came out in the US on June 30th, 1999. It was a huge hit with amassing Pokemon fans in the 90s, mainly due to the colorful environments of Pokemon Island and how you could interact with them in ways that you just couldn't in the handheld titles. Is Pokemon Snap still as good as it was in the 90s, or is it just another Pokemon one-off? When you boot up Pokemon Snap, you get a great cinematic scene showing Todd Snap trying to get a picture of a Pokemon that is just out of his camera's reach. Then, he meets up with Professor Oak at Jurassic Park to start his journey of taking pictures of Pokemon. The manual's intro, because I wouldn't really call it a story, has Professor Oak sending a letter to Todd asking him to join him in taking pictures of Pokemon because he thinks Todd's talents are wonderful. Overall, this story gets a 2.5 out of 5. This story is very similar to Pilotwing 64's story. It just gives you a motive and tells you to do it. That's it. There's no plot twists, no character development. Just go around the island and take pictures of Pokemon. And who knows, maybe you'll find a rare one. Even from the starting cinematic, you can almost tell what happens. He takes a picture of that Pokemon he just can't seem to get at the beginning. It just kind of seems like a lackluster story for a Pokemon game, and kind of a lackluster story from the Pokemon franchise in general, since they seem to make such good stories. The gameplay of Pokemon Snap is very similar to any on-rail shooter. Your vehicle, in this case the 01, takes you on a specific route through an area as you shoot things, or in this case, take pictures of Pokemon. I think this was a creative game mechanic, since the 3D era of gaming had just been opened. The on-rail shooter genre didn't have a certain formula to go by. This made the experience all the more better, because it was something new and fun as you got to see some of your favorite Pokemon reacting in different ways as you passed them, which brings me to the next cool gameplay mechanic, a reactive environment. Say I'm passing a sleeping Snorlax. If I don't do anything, he'll stay sleeping. If I hit him with an apple or a pester ball, he'll get agitated but then just lay down and go back to sleep. But if I play the Pokeflute, Snorlax will start dancing. Some visible Pokemon may react differently to different items, like Snorlax, but there are also hidden Pokemon who don't appear until a certain action is done, like playing the Pokeflute in front of Vileplume to make her dance. These kind of events can happen with almost all the Pokemon in every level, which makes replayability a must, as you unlock more items and strive to see how different Pokemon react to different things. I also think Pokemon Snap was the first game to introduce QuickTime events, at least in Nintendo's line of games. QuickTime events are basically the way you get the cave level and see numerous hidden Pokemon. The controls of Pokemon Snap are as simple as the gameplay is. Use a control stick to move your viewpoint, press A to throw an apple, or if you're in camera mode, use it to take a picture. Press Z to open camera mode, press B to throw a pester ball, press down C to play the Pokeflute, and the R button is the dash engine, which allows the 01 to move faster through levels. This makes replayability very tolerable. It makes it easy for you to zip through a level to spot where you want to get a certain picture. Take it, and you can leave quickly. The one downside to the gameplay of Pokemon Snap is the culling effect. A culling effect is when an object, if not in the viewer's vision, isn't rendered. That way, to save space and to improve the graphics and frame rate. Because of this culling, certain objects are put in the way in order to stop too many things from rendering at once, like the Electro at the beginning of the tunnel level. I know I sound picky, but I did have some problems when playing through these parts of the game. Oh, I almost forgot, the grading system. So, every time you complete a level, Professor Oak asks you to choose which Pokemon you deem worthy of his grading. You get one picture per species, and whichever picture or pictures you choose goes straight to Professor Oak's check. There, he grades said pictures based on if they are special, the size of the Pokemon, the pose of the Pokemon, and the technique of the shot. This goes along with the idea of the multiple items. Like I said earlier, if you use an apple or a pester ball on Snorlax, he'll get agitated, which makes for a good picture, and that way you can tell it's Snorlax, but it's nowhere near as good as the picture of Snorlax dancing to the Pokeflute. So, with these multiple types of grading, you have to use the different items in different ways throughout the level so that you can get the best shots possible. Overall, I give gameplay and controls a 4.7 out of 5. The control mapping was great and easy for even a toddler to use. I loved the gameplay, and I really liked how well they handled the replayability of each level with the dash engine. But before the dash engine, gameplay suffered as you would have to wait for the level to end. And if all you had to do was get a good shot of a Pokemon at the start of a level, you had to sit through a level you had already seen a multitude of times. Therefore, gameplay and controls got a 4.7 out of 5. The music in Pokémon Snap is awesome. Every track in this game is connected so well to the environment of each level that it just makes it so easy to submerge yourself in the gameplay. I personally enjoyed the Hut by the River track the most. What I didn't like about the music in Pokémon Snap was that some of these tracks in the game tried way too hard to be background tracks. Levels like Volcano and River had music that just never really caught my ear, and they always started off quiet and they never really got any louder. And if I did hear them, I was already busy taking pictures. So, the tracks were never really that memorable. And so if I ever had to go back to these tracks, I would just take a picture and then I wanted to leave. I didn't want to stay to hear the entire song. Overall, music still gets a 5 out of 5 because the tracks are good. I wish some of the tracks were more beat motivated. Oh boy, here we go. There are a ton of unlockables in Pokemon Snap. From just plain old levels to Pokeflutes, there are a lot of things to look forward to unlocking. Now, the great thing about the unlockables is that it goes hand in hand with your selection and the replay value of the game. After the beach level, you unlock the volcano level. Once you've completed the volcano level, you most likely will have earned the apple, which you can use as you go back through the last two levels, finding new secrets as you throw the apple at different Pokemon or places to see if things will happen. I personally have never seen this done in a game before, so I was pleasantly surprised whenever I saw this in Pokemon Snap. By the time I had gotten to Caver Valley, I had obtained the Pokeflute. By this time in the game, I thought I would never have to go back to the earlier levels, but then again, I still found myself going back to Beach and Volcano to see what I could find with the Pokeflute. I think that selection and unlockables easily deserve a 5 out of 5. It's like this game was made for this section. This game just had the best selection and unlockables out there. There's definitely not a game I can think of with a selection to unlockable ratio that is just as stellar as Pokemon Snaps. Totally no. No, there's no game, totally not a game that has better selection and unlockables. No extra characters, nothing. I cannot think of a game. There is not a game that exists with better selection and unlockables. The concept of Pokemon is absolute ingenious, using the on-rail shooter formula, resulting in a usually violent game, to take pictures of cute and cuddly Pokemon. I give this concept a 5 out of 5. Pokemon Snap just uses the idea of an on-rail shooter so well. This game was also riding a fine line when it decided to use replayability as a crucial gameplay feature. That's basically suicide. What could have so easily blown up in Hal's face worked perfectly with this game. The idea that is Pokemon Snap was a brilliant gem for Pokemon and gaming in general, which made this game probably the best one-off Pokemon game even to this day, Pokemon Go included. Pokemon Snap is a great game. As short as the game itself is, the time spent in the game was always exciting, and it was fun to try and find which Pokemon would pop out in the next level. Overall, Pokemon Snap gets an end score of 4.4 out of 5. I'm bummed to see Piloting 64 get knocked down from first place, but it was going to happen eventually, and it's good to see a game like this beat it. Pokemon Snap was great, and it's easy to believe that 8 got such a great score. Hey guys, Zumpr here. Just want to let you guys know again that the Google form, or about the Google form, make sure to get your votes in. And, well, you've already seen the review, so you don't need to see the review grading update. So, yeah, that's about it. I'll make sure, to get your vote in, because the discussion video is going out maybe like a day or two after this. So you got to make sure you get in that vote. And that's about it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Wonderful. 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 Wonderful.